In this episode, we are exploring the westernmost point of the Isle of Wight, a place of dramatic coastal scenery and rich literary history, the village of Freshwater. So join us on this journey with us as we uncover the natural beauty and cultural heritage of Freshwater. Getting to the Isle of Wight from London is a scenic adventure in itself. The journey starts at London Waterloo, where you catch a southwestern railway service to Brockenhurst. From there, a short branch line takes you directly to Lymington Pier Station, which sits right beside the ferry terminal. In under 2 hours, you'll be stepping off the train onto the pier, ready to board the Wightlink ferry for the 40-minute crossing to Yarmouth. There are several ferry options to reach the Isle of Wight. Check out the ferry guide linked in the description box for all the details. Freshwater is not a single concentrated village, but a parish made up of several areas. This includes the main village center with its shops and amenities, and the more famous coastal settlement of Freshwater Bay. The entire area is nestled in the western part of the island, a protected landscape designated as an area of outstanding natural beauty. This status recognizes the national importance of its chalk downs, soft cliffs, and estuary habitats. The landscape here immediately feels wilder and more rugged than other parts of the island. Freshwater, on the western tip of the Isle of Wight, has a rich history that blends art, literature, and natural beauty. Inhabited since prehistoric times and named for its clear stream, it grew from a small Saxon farming village into a celebrated Victorian cultural hub. The 19th century fundamentally reshaped Freshwater's identity. It became an unlikely hub for Victorian Britain's intellectual and artistic elite, a phenomenon sparked by the arrival of the poet laureate Alfred Lord Tennyson. Seeking refuge from his growing fame, he made Farringford House his primary residence. His presence acted as a magnet, attracting a remarkable circle of friends. Chief among them was the pioneering photographer Julia Margaret Cameron, who moved to Dimbola Lodge just down the road. This group, known as the Freshwater Circle, included luminaries like the artist George Frederick Watts, the writer and philosopher Thomas Carlyle, and the scientist Charles Darwin. They were drawn to the area's inspiring landscape and the intellectual companionship, creating a unique and influential artistic salon far from the drawing rooms of London. Farringford Historic House and Gardens in Freshwater, Isle of Wight, is the former home of Victorian poet laureate Alfred Lord Tennyson. The Gothic-style house, set among beautifully restored 19th century gardens, was Tennyson's main residence from 1853 to 1892, and a gathering place for leading artists, writers, and thinkers of the era. Today, the estate is open to visitors, offering guided tours of the house, exhibitions on Tennyson's life, and peaceful garden walks featuring the walled kitchen garden, wildflower meadows, and views that inspired some of his poetry. It remains one of the island's most important literary and historic landmarks. A walk up Tennyson Down is a must when visiting Freshwater. This sweeping chalk ridge, managed by the National Trust, offers stunning cliff-edge views over the English Channel and towards the Needles. Rich in wildflowers and butterflies, it's both a natural and scenic delight. At its 147-meter summit stands the Tennyson Monument, a granite cross honoring the poet who once drew inspiration from these breathtaking walks. Military Road on the Isle of Wight A3055 is one of the most scenic coastal drives in England. Stretching along the island's dramatic southwest coastline from Chale to Freshwater Bay, it offers uninterrupted views of the English Channel, rolling chalk cliffs, open farmland, and wild coastal landscapes. Originally built in the 19th century for military defense purposes, the road now serves as a breathtaking route for road trips with key stops along the way, include Black Gang Chine, Whale Chine, Compton Bay, and Freshwater Bay. It's also part of the Tennyson Heritage Coast, making it popular with hikers on the coastal path. Just a short walk from the bay, the Dimbola Museum and Galleries, former home of photographer Julia Margaret Cameron, celebrates her groundbreaking Victorian portraiture and artistic legacy. Visitors can explore her recreated darkroom, view portraits of figures like Tennyson and Darwin, and enjoy exhibits about the Isle of Wight's pop festival history. St. Agnes's Church in Freshwater Bay, Isle of Wight, is a charming early 20th century church and the island's only thatched church. Still an active place of worship, built in 1908 with local stone, it has a simple yet picturesque design that blends beautifully with its coastal surroundings. The Southern Vectis Needles Breezer bus is an open-top service that runs a spectacular circular route through the area, connecting Yarmouth, Freshwater Bay, Alum Bay, and the Needles Battery, making it a fantastic way to see the sights. Colwell Bay, located near Freshwater on the Isle of Wight's western coast, is known for its calm, shallow waters and stunning views across the Solent towards Hurst Castle on the mainland. It's one of the island's most family-friendly beaches, ideal for swimming, paddleboarding, and watching sunsets. The bay has a gently sloping sandy shore, beach huts, and a promenade lined with cafes and restaurants. At low tide, you can walk along the coastal path toward Totland Bay, enjoying some of the best seaside scenery on the island. For lunch, we had been recommended the Hut restaurant in Freshwater, and it did not disappoint. Perched right on the beach, it offers an incredible al fresco dining experience with spectacular sea views. The atmosphere is vibrant and relaxed, and the focus is on fresh, delicious seafood. For starters, we had popcorn shrimp and mini chorizo, followed by lemon sole and cod for the main course, with a side of fries, all enjoyed with stunning seaside views at the Hut Colwell Bay. From its dramatic, wave-battered cliffs to its serene downland and rich Victorian heritage, Freshwater is a corner of the Isle of Wight that captures the imagination. It's a place for walkers, history buffs, and anyone seeking to connect with a wilder side of England's coast. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to join me on more explorations around the world. See you in the next video.